Is it possible that emotion is created by motion? If you think about the different kinds of emotions that we feel, there are certain ways that we use our physical body. So for example, if I were to ask you to close your eyes, not if you're driving, if you were to close your eyes, I'm gonna do it, close your eyes for just a moment and imagine somebody who is depressed. I'm going to make that feeling in my body. I'm going to imagine myself as being depressed. All right, now open your eyes and look at me and tell me if it's what you imagined. Where is a depressed person's head? It's usually kind of pointed downward. Their shoulders are kind of just sloping down. Their neck they're hunched over. They start speaking. Did you notice how I started speaking slower? A depressed person kind of talks like this. They're shallow breathing. Yeah, it's just woe is me. You know, there's a very specific way. Have you ever seen a depressed person like, oh my gosh, I am so depressed right now. I hate my life. I feel so sad inside. No, you don't. It's a way we use our body, and the way we use our body creates certain emotions within us. So for example, if you think about somebody who is happy, they usually are breathing stronger. Yes, I'm so excited, and they're talking with greater emphasis, and their chest is out, their shoulders are stronger, and all emotion is created by motion. So if you're in an emotional state of depression or anger or sadness or overwhelm or stress, what if it were possible for you to change it in an instant? Would you like to learn how to do that? It's real simple. Change how you're using your body. Well, at least that's 1/3 of it. Change how you're using your body. If you find yourself angry, chances are you're tensing your muscles. You're tensing your face. You get those pains in your shoulder after being angry and stressed and frustrated. You ever feel like that? You just need a massage and crack your neck afterwards? Well, what if you were to actually realize when you're angry, when you're stressed, when you're just frustrated, if you were to just take a moment and consciously notice, how am I using my body? And make an intentional decision to change it. Just change how you're using your physical body. So for example, one thing I can tell you is that if you were to breathe big, huge, heavy breaths, it's hard for you to maintain stress in your body. It's hard for you to maintain the feeling, the emotion of stress and overwhelm. If you were to breathe it out, and if you were to open up your chest, do some stretches, get crazy, turn on some music and jump up and down. What is that song? It's like a hip hop song from the 90s. I gotta tell you, it's impossible to be depressed. It is impossible to be stressed. It's impossible to be overwhelmed when you jump around. Woo! I'm just saying, you can change your emotional state in an instant by changing the way you use your physical body. Notice the way you use the muscles of your face. Are you frowning? Are you smiling? Are you breathing heavy or shallow? Are your shoulders, like up and ready to go, take over the world? Or are they down and, what was me? All of the ways that we use our body. You put some motion into your movement and you will have a different emotion. It is an incredible thing. It is an incredible thing. There are two other things that you can use to change your physical state or your emotional state, and that is number one was your physical body. Number two is the thing that you're focused on. You know, chances are when you start moving around and you intentionally start moving your body, one of the things that you're doing is you're focusing on the fact that you're making yourself move your body. Chances are for just a moment, if you just moved and did something silly like looking like an idiot like I did when I was jumping around in the front seat of my car while people are coming out of the gym, you know what? Your focus is on something other than what was stressing you out or depressing you and all those other things. So changing your focus is another way. Changing what you're focused on. Focus on things that you are thankful for, that you're grateful for. You know, it's impossible for you to be in a state of gratitude and overwhelming thankfulness and to be depressed, stressed, or overwhelmed at the same time. See, I could get stressed out. I'll give you a perfect example of a potential for getting stressed out. Just this week, I actually had 2 different members of the Next Level Mastermind who decided that they're going to step out of the group. Now, they have their own different reasons and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with their disinterest in the group. It's primarily an issue of financial situation for them. But the thing is that for me, I'm like, oh man, that just drops my income by $2,000 per month. I could get stressed out about that. I could get overwhelmed and about that. It's like, oh my gosh, but I'm really in the middle of marketing Free the Dream. Do I really pause for a moment from Free the Dream marketing to market Next Level Mastermind? And I'm like, I could get a little stressed. I could get a little overwhelmed. Or number one, I can check how am I using my physical body, and I can make sure that I'm using my physical body in a proper way that's more resourceful to me. And I can shift my focus to appreciation. It's like, wow, I am so thankful for the time that I got to spend with these individuals. I know both of those folks that are dropping out right now. One of them has recently lost her job, and what she was building on the side, she's recently found out that that's not her true passion. And she doesn't yet know, actually, she's just discovered what her true passion is, but she lost the day job, and so now she has no income coming in, and she wants to cut the income. But man, what an incredible blessing it was for me to be there for her during this transition. The relationship that we have formed over the months that she's been in the Next Level Mastermind. The fact that I know that this is somebody that I want to continue to invest in personally outside of the group, and I feel so much more connected and more involved and so much more close to her and understanding her life and what she's got going on, so that I know that even in the little bits of time here and there, like little video messages sent via text message from time to time, that those little tiny investments in checking in and having one-off conversations for 15, 30 minutes every now and then, just to check in, see how she's doing, I will be able to have greater impact and influence in her life as a result of all of the time we had to spend over the months that she was in the Next Level Mastermind. And to know that the other person that's dropped out, I know for a fact that the things that have happened for her in her hot seat, that those things, she's had some major, absolutely mind-blowing mindset shifts that will radically improve her life in so many areas, improve her business, improve the way that she serves others. And it's already had an impact on her life. And I just know that I have a part to play in the success that she will experience in the future as a result of her time in the Next Level Mastermind. And I'm incredibly thankful and honored to have been a part of that. And I think and focus on those things. And I think about this. I focus on the fact that, wow, look at this. I have 18 people in the Next Level Mastermind. Even after 2 people dropped out, I have 18 people in the Next Level Mastermind who absolutely say, Cliff, this is my favorite 90 minutes of the week, every single week. I look forward to this meeting than any other meeting on my calendar. I can't begin to thank you enough for what you provide with this environment in the Next Level Mastermind. And I focus on that and the fact that I know for a fact that there are at least 20, 30, 40, well, there are probably thousands of other people out there who, if they knew what the Next Level Mastermind was, that they would have that same feeling if they took the plunge and invested in the Next Level Mastermind. Some of the people that join, they may eventually drop out for one reason or another. But I know that the right people at the right time will be involved in the Next Level Mastermind. And I focus on that. I focus on the fact that I know that this is meant to be for a certain group of people. That's why I felt called to do it. It's not just for the finances. I don't do this just for the money. I do it for the ability to serve those who God has put in my path. And there are up to 24 people in my life that I'm willing to commit all of my time, effort, and energy in my business throughout the week, not just in the meetings, to helping them succeed. I'm allowing 24 people to have ongoing access to me as their mentor and the facilitator of their mastermind group. I absolutely love what I do. And so I focus on all of that rather than focusing on 2 people who dropped out and assigning. By the way, the third thing you can change is the language that you use. It's like, oh man, these guys are, it's like, why do people always drop out of my mastermind group? What's wrong with my mastermind group? What am I doing wrong? That's language that I could use, but it's like, wow. I could say, hey, what is it about the mastermind group that makes those other people say, this is my favorite meeting of the week every single week that I look forward to? I could focus on I could use language that says, wow, I know that there are more people that God is putting in alignment in their life. He's lining things up in certain people's lives to make it work so that they can join the Next Level Mastermind. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that some of you watching this video, some of you on my email list, some of you who are listening to my podcast, you're absolutely, it's one of your greatest desires is to join the Next Level Mastermind. And you haven't even told me yet, but I trust and I know that you have. And I use that kind of language. I talk to myself in that way because I know it's true. I know it's true because people who have joined the Next Level Mastermind says, Cliff, I've been wanting to do this for months. I just didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to reach out to you because I didn't want to get your hopes up. I didn't know if I was going to make what happen. But man, this just occurred and now I know it's time. So yeah, the language we use, there's a whole lot more that I could say, but I want to keep this under 15 minutes. Guys, what if it's possible? What if it were possible to be intentionally in control of the way you feel? That you could think a thought and feel that feeling instead. Whatever thought you have right now and the emotions that it's producing as a result of your focus, your physical body, the way that you're using it, and the language that you're using in your own mind internally, you're not even speaking the words out loud. What language are you using to describe what you're experiencing in life? What if you could change the thought, change your physical body, change your focus, and change the language that you're using, either out loud to other people. Oh my gosh, I'm always so tired. I never get enough sleep. Blah, blah, blah. What if it was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I know I went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to be there tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., which means I need to get up at 4 a.m. if I want to get the gym in, but I can't wait because I'm so excited. That's different language than, oh my gosh, I'm just not going to get any sleep tonight. See what I'm talking about? There's so much more I could share. So much more I could share. I encourage you guys to think about the fact that you can create emotion by motion. You can change a feeling by changing a thought. You can change the quality of your life by the language that you use to describe what's going on in your life. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Until next time, I encourage you to take everything you do, including your emotional state, to the next level.